country blues?
Oh, that was another life.
Tingmissartoq.
Okay, all right, I can do that one. This is a little bit of a story that goes along with this song. Back in the early 1930s, my guitar was in tune. Charles Lindbergh and Anne Morrow Lindbergh made a whole series of flights around the world in this airplane called the Tingmissartoq. Tingmissartoq is a Greenland Eskimo term for one that flies like a big bird. Of course, most people know the story of the Spirit of St. Louis, but not a whole lot of people know about these flights. They were pioneering these air routes for Pan Am, which was like this fledgling company at the time, the Great Circle routes. And one summer, 1931, they flew from Maine across Canada and Alaska through the Arctic, down through Siberia, and across China. And in 1933, they flew from New York over to Scandinavia, down through Europe to the west coast of Africa, to the Cape Verde Islands, back across the South Atlantic to South America, and back up to New York again, which is actually a longer transatlantic flight than his original one. And it was just the two of them, which always amazed me. Anna was the co-pilot and radio operator. She just learned Morse code. And she chronicled the two flights in two books, North to the Orient and Listen to the Wind. And in the second book, there's sort of this underlying image of them waiting in these far-off places for nothing more than the right wind to come along to give the plane enough lift to get up off of the water. And it struck me once how sometimes we're all waiting for that very same wind to come along, give us enough lift to move on or change things. Led to this song. They look from the side of the plane to the water below, fresh out of Spain when the wind at their backs and below. Africa's coast rolling by, under the blue, the clearest of skies. I could see them then, the fire of adventure, the dreamers again. And to this I sing, and wait for the wind that lifted Tingmissartoq shining wing. Little stone houses like pebbles that dotted the sand, far island harbors just looking for somewhere to land. Then up with the moon in the night, the din of the engine, the cabin's thin light, I can hear it still, the radio calling the tower on the hill. And to this I sing, but wait for the wind that lifted Tingmissartoq shining wing. And up to the north in the Orient late one July, Tingmissartoq comes, all the Eskimo people would cry. Siberia's coast on the run, then deep into China they follow the sun. I can see them still, the radio calling the tower on the hill. And to this I sing, wait for the wind that lifted Tingmissartoq shining wing. Two in the heart of one with the wind and water, America's favorite son, in love with the statesman's daughter. Two with the heart of one with the dream of ages. He had a way with wings, she had a way with words. They looked from the side of the plane to the water below,